Fresh and beautiful for at least
Can you see that on the car? There's a huge ass fucking antenna, not promoting destruction of property, but that's fucking ridiculous. It's like 6 feet in the air. Just got done mowing the lawn. Oh my god. Yeah, so just mowed the lawn, guys. Went to go get the mail, and I saw I had a few things, so I opened it up, and I looked. And this is the college I'm going to next year. What's it say? Okay, grants and scholarships offered. $0. What? $0 fucking dollars? I don't get any money. Bullshit. I tell you, these fucking schools, man. At least at the school I'm going to now, they offered me $250. What the fuck? I mean, I'm going to be transferring and shit like that, but it's just, I could have saved so much money if I tried harder in high school. But that's besides the point. So, basically, why I just said that was because it is 4:52. Sorry, I'm looking at my watch. It's on my hand. Can't even see it. But, yeah, it's 4:52, and I've been fucking bullshitting all day because I've had nothing to do. I finally got a night off from work, which is great. I'm just waiting. You know, I prepped some food for the weekend and shit, so that's what I've been doing to pass the time. Mowed the lawn, took a shower. I worked out later. Like, I think I left my house at like 10:30 or 11:15 to go work out. And the gym's about 30 or 40 minutes away. So, I've been kind of bullshitting, taking my time. Because I'm supposed to hang out with my girlfriend, but she has to go get her nails done. And she didn't even go to school today, so it was about 1 o'clock, and she's, so she didn't even go to school, and she told me at 1. Here it is about 5 o'clock, I'm still fucking waiting for her ass. She hasn't even got her nails done at all yet, so, you know, that shit irritates me. And I know this isn't contest prep anger, this is me being an impatient fucking asshole, because I don't like fucking waiting for people, you know. It seems like every time we have plans to do something, she's like, oh, I'm leaving my house now. And turns out it's an hour later. Oh, I'm here. And then it's like 10 minutes later, and then she's here. So it's like, okay, so thanks for making me fucking wait. Like, I've been waiting around all day because I'm waiting for her to tell me when we're supposed to hang out. And apparently, I'm supposed to just be on call, and it's whenever she wants to do it. So that's fucking annoying, and I'm sure that's annoying to anybody, not just me. I'm a little sunburned. I went tanning yesterday and then was in the sun a little bit today. You know, I gotta try to get some color because I'm albino as fuck. Maybe make the gains stick out a little more. I do lift, I promise. This is a large in my defense. I'm the most random fucker ever. In real life and in these videos, I'm just random and unedited. I mean, I do edit my videos, but it's like, if I say something stupid, I don't care. I just laugh at myself. And like some videos, I just watch it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I just laugh really hard. And as you can see also, I just fucking walk around in all these videos. I don't know, I can't stay still. So I'll try right now. There. Just lean my back up against this. The diet's going great so far, guys. I think today's the third day. Third day. We've been doing it for 3 days, I think. I don't fucking know. As I said, my first weigh-in was a $193.2, and I'm down to 191.0. So I've already lost weight. Could have been water, could have been fat. I personally think I've lost some fat, and that's great. You know, let's see. I don't want to make any changes yet, and I'm interested to see what he's doing. Just a 10-minute cardio warm-up, which is just I walk at a 5 incline on 3.0. I'm not going for a ton of calorie burn because he hasn't told me to yet. So that's what I'm doing as my warm-up. And I'm doing it the same thing every time, 5 incline, 3 speed. So that way, you know, I know that I'm getting the same workout each time. And that's what it's about, you know. If you're consistent with things, then you can make adjustments. Whereas if I'm doing like 10 minutes on, say, an elliptical this time, 10 minutes on a treadmill this time, then a different treadmill this time with like a different speed. You know, that's not consistent. And that's kind of where I fell in my first prep. Was I was changing my elliptical. I was doing 400 calories on the elliptical, 400 calories on the bike, 400 calories incline, and then like kind of like a 400 calorie list, and then the next workout 400 calorie miss, kind of a little faster paced walk, which I guess I would consider miss because I was walking at like 4 on like an 11 incline at some points. So, you know, that's what I really love about trying things is, you know, you learn so much, and that's why having this coach is a really good investment in my opinion. You know, it does cost money, but the knowledge that you'll gain, it's just a simple, different way of looking at things, you know. And I learned a lot through my first prep, and I'm sure I'm about to learn a lot. I mean, I already have learned some stuff. You know, he's very bro in the way he does things. Meals every around 3. He says 2.5 to 4.5 hours, or 2.5 to 4 hours. I think that's what he says. He likes to have meals every 3 hours, which I, as you know, am an IIFYMer, and I just kind of eat whenever, as long as I hit my goals, which I really wasn't as accurate as I thought I was. So, you know, you gotta know what you could do and what you can't do. And obviously, you know, IIFYM is a little tough, and especially when you're eating a lot of calories at once. And I don't really like to do that because I noticed just by, this is my 3rd day of doing this, spacing my meals out like around the same amount each time. You know, it makes me feel like I have 6 meals each day. By now, I know my Monday through Friday meals, what those are in the measurements. You know, for example, I don't go by cups. He has cups, but I converted it to grams so that way I could fucking do it. My breakfast, 24 grams of peanut butter, 80 grams of quick oats, 170 grams of egg whites. That's meal 1. Post-workout meal, 90 grams of banana, 400 grams of white potato. I use russet potato. Basically the same, and a protein shake. 2 ounces of broccoli, and then the next meal. Alright, so you get the hang of it. You know how it is. Basically, an even amount of protein per meal. And, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense on paper that your body can't absorb, you know, 2,000 calories worth of food. But if you break that up into smaller meals, it does make sense. And to be honest, I'm going to see how this goes. Granted, there are other variables, you know, because I have a coach now. So that's one thing. He's going to be making changes. So, you know, we will see different macro ratios. As you guys know, I was at 200 protein for a majority of my prep. And he has me on about 180. So that's one thing that's different. Fats are different as well. I mean, I was on 50 grams of fat for a majority of my prep too, and 45, and he has me at 49.1, I think. So that's about 50. And so that's pretty similar, but the carb sources, the meal timing are different. So we'll see if it does play a big role. I actually considered conducting this experiment, and it's funny because I stumbled upon a video by Jerry Ward by LS3 Raw TV, and he made a video talking about Bro versus IIFYM. He was saying how he wants someone to conduct an experiment where they replace all their carbs in their diet, you know, their current diet, with pixie sticks, and keep their protein sources and fat sources the same. Just basically have like olive oil for your fats, have like tuna as your protein source or something, and then all your carbs come from pixie sticks, and see how fucking fat you get. And that just disproves the IIFYM guys and flexible dieting guys. And I was really fucking thinking about doing this because I wanted to bet my friend Matt and Frank also, kind of, that you can eat like Pop-Tarts and shit like that. But I'm kind of starting to change my way of thinking that maybe Bro is a lot better than, you know, IIFYM. So to better conclude, if you will, you know, I'm going to wait until further into my prep and try to keep it unbiased because of my coach's changes. But if I think that Bro eating and meal timing is actually significant and important as opposed to the IIFYM, you know, I'm going to eat Pop-Tart for sugar and shit like that. You know, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous like Jerry is too, because I don't want to be a fat fuck. So I want someone else to do the study so they can get fat instead of me. Because I sincerely feel that, you know, granted you won't be getting your micros. I mean, you better be taking a fucking multivitamin and like some, what's the fucking, that supplement, the fiber supplement. I don't know what it's called. But basically it's a powder with fucking fiber, and you just drink it and it's like your daily fiber. I can't remember what it's called. It doesn't even matter. So someone should do that study, because like I've experimented and shit, but I used the example when I was talking with my buddies. I was saying like Sour Patch Kids and shit. But you know, if you think about it, all those carb sources, you know, there's dextrose, fructose, galactose, there's complex carbs and starches and shit, and they all react differently in the body. And they all have different processes like that they go through, basically. I mean, it is all converted to glucose at the end, but I sincerely think, like, common sense says that, you know, it's going to be different if you have, like, Pop-Tarts and Sweet Tarts. And you don't see a fucking pro eating Pop-Tarts. All the pros I know, personally, Tony, he's not a pro, but the other Tony, my health teacher, fucking the guys backstage that I was talking with and shit, not many of them were into IIFYM. Tony specifically, he's the natural pro for the OCB. He's an IFPA pro. He's complete, bro. All he does, he doesn't even track his shit. He just has like a meal plan that he came up with himself, I believe. It's like this much rice, this much oats, this much sweet potato, this much chicken, this much tuna, blah, 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 like that. And what he does is when he's prepping for a show, he'll give himself like 12 to 15 weeks, and he'll just drop the amounts of the carb sources a little bit here and there, and he'll just visually like be able to see the differences. And I think that's fucking great, you know? But, I mean, off-season it is good to have some of those foods, because once you go in contest prep, you are limited. You know, you can only eat this and this and this, especially if you have a coach, you know? Do I think IIFYM works? It does, but, I mean, look at Alberto Nunez, you know, from 3DMJ. He's fucking shredded. He is shredded as can be, and I can't even imagine, like, in person what that would look like. Because, like, I saw the guy who won, like, my show, and I was talking with him backstage and shit, and some of the top 3 competitors, you know, at all 3 shows I've been to, everybody was relatively lean, and he just fucking, he wins pro shows and shit, so I know, I can't even picture what he looks like in person. Video is different than in person, and it's just insane to fucking picture that he's eating Pop-Tarts and fucking Charleston Chews and shit, like, every day, and he's that shredded. So, I mean, it does work, but I'm sure he could get better results if he had, say, just, like, sweet potatoes, brown rice, chicken, tuna, shit like that. So, I don't know. You know, everybody has their own opinions and views on it. I'm not against IIFYM. I'm not against bro eating. I'm kind of stuck in the middle as of right now. Kind of leaning more towards the bro, but I'm definitely not going to make up my decision for sure just yet.